Imagine pulling into your dream home, keys still warm from the closing, only to have a self-appointed neighborhood dictator call the cops on you for daring to exist. That's exactly how my nightmare began in Willow Creek Estates, a picture-perfect slice of suburban Georgia where the lawns are greener than envy and the rules are thicker than a phone book. But oh, the sweet irony when the tables turn, and the queen of clipboards finds herself dethroned in handcuffs. Let's dive into this twisted tale of power trips and poetic justice. I hadn't even popped the first box open when the ambush hit. My name's Elias Hartley, fresh off a messy divorce that left me craving a fresh start. I'd snagged this charming but run-down bungalow on a quiet cul-de-sac, thinking it'd be my sanctuary, fixer-upper vibes, no drama. Boy, was I wrong. The U-Haul was barely backed into the driveway when she appeared. Patricia "Patty" Whitaker, the HOA president, striding over like she was leading a parade of one. Bleach blonde bob bouncing, yoga pants stretched tight, and a visor sparkling with fake diamonds that screamed, I peaked in high school cheerleading. Arms folded, she planted herself right in front of my truck's grill. "Excuse me, sir," she said, her voice dripping with that fake sweet southern drawl that hides a knife. "I'm Patricia Whitaker, president of the Willow Creek Estates Homeowners Association." "And you are?" "Elias Hartley," I replied, wiping sweat from my brow as I hopped down from the cab. "Just moving in today." "Nice to meet you." Her eyes narrowed like I just confessed to a felony. "Moving in? Without notifying the board?" Our bylaws clearly state a 14-day advance notice for all move-ins. "It's to ensure community harmony. You understand." She whipped out a laminated sheet from her clipboard, waving it like a holy relic. "And this monstrosity of a truck? Oversized vehicles aren't permitted overnight. It disrupts the aesthetic." I stared at her, then at the U-Haul. "It's a rental. For moving. You expect me to haul my life in a golf cart." Her lips pursed into a thin line, like she'd sucked on a lemon dipped in vinegar. "Rules are rules, Mr. Hartley. I've already alerted the authorities. They'll handle this violation promptly." "You called the cops? On me moving into my own house?" I laughed, but it was the kind of laugh that masks pure disbelief. She shrugged, casual as ordering coffee. "Community standards must be upheld. You signed the covenants when you bought this property." But here's the kicker: I hadn't. I'd done my homework. This house sat on a quirky split parcel from the original development, grandfathered out of the HOA's grip. The title company confirmed it. Their iron fist stopped at my property line. I leaned against the truck, crossing my arms to match her stance. "Actually, no. My deed exempts me. Checked with the county twice. Your rules end at the curb." Her face twitched, that perfect mask cracking just a hair. "That can't possibly be right. We'll let the police sort it out." And sure enough, sirens wailed in the distance. 2 officers rolled up, looking more bored than bothered, like this wasn't their first HOA rodeo. "Officer," Patty jumped in before I could speak, her voice hitting that shrill note reserved for ultimate authority. "This man is violating multiple covenants. No notice, oversized vehicle, and he hasn't even submitted shutter color samples." The lead cop, a grizzled guy with a mustache that screamed, "I've seen it all," raised an eyebrow. "Ma'am, is there a crime here? Trespassing? Disturbance? He's destroying our property values," she sputtered. I pulled the deed from the glove box and handed it over. "Parcel split. I'm exempt." The officer skimmed it, nodded, and passed it back. Looks legit, sir. HOA stuff is civil court fodder, not ours. Ma'am, next time, save 911 for real emergencies. Patty's cheeks flushed crimson, her visor slipping a tad. This is outrageous. He'll turn this street into a slum, as she stormed off to her pristine SUV, parked illegally on the sidewalk. Mind you, the cops tipped their hats and drove away. I stood there, boxes waiting, thinking, welcome home, Elias. You've just poked the bear. But Patty wasn't done drawing first blood. Oh no, this was just the appetizer in her feast of pettiness. A couple days in, I was knee-deep in renovation chaos, ripping out shag carpet that smelled like the 70s, slapping on fresh paint to banish the mustard-yellow walls. The neighborhood felt off, though. Every trip to the curb with trash bags, I catch curtains twitching, whispers floating like ghosts. Then, the envelope slithered under my door. No stamp, just bold caps screaming, unauthorized exterior alterations noted. Comply immediately or face enforcement action. What alterations? The only exterior thing was the rental dumpster in my driveway, piled with demo debris. I stepped out. Yup. Bright pink sticker plastered on it. Violation. Unsightly debris. Remove or find. No official stamp. Just Willow Creek Standards Committee, in a font that looked like it was chosen by a toddler on Comic Sans Day. I peeled it off, chuckling darkly. Standards? This from the woman whose lawn ornaments include a flamingo army. I'd heard the rumors already. Neighbors whispering I was some deadbeat flipper, here to trash the place. Patty's smear campaign had started. He's not one of us, she'd say at her casual block parties. But I stayed quiet, observing. Installed security cams that night, discreet ones covering every angle. Knowledge is power, right? Morning light revealed the footage. Patty and her sidekick, a paunchy guy named Hank, her enforcement volunteer, sneaking up at dawn. She slapped on another sticker, snapped pics like a paparazzo, then high-fived him. That'll teach him, she muttered, audible on the mic. I burned the clips to a drive and headed to the county office. The clerk, a no-nonsense woman with glasses perched on her nose, pulled up my parcel. Exempt as can be. Pre-HOA split. Here's your official letter. I photocopied a dozen, slipping one into Patty's mailbox with a note. For your records. Retaliation hit like clockwork. A beat-up sedan parked blocking my drive overnight, plate traced to a crony 3 blocks away. Knocked on their door. Kid answers. Mom says you gotta apologize to Miss Whitaker first. Next day, a sign staked in my grass. Non-compliant residents under review. Yanked it, but it reappeared zip-tied to my oak tree at 2 a.m. Footage showed Hank hammering it in like he was claiming territory. Filed a report. Officer Ramirez showed up, young and sharp-eyed. Watched the video, smirking faintly. Trespassing. Harassment vibes. Press charges. Not yet. Just document it. He copied the file. These HOA types. They think they're the law. But it escalated. Oh boy. Delivery truck for my new siding rolls up, blocked by 3 golf carts in emergency formation. Drivers, Patty's minions, claiming road maintenance. Truck leaves. I pay reschedule fees. Second report filed. Time to dig deeper. Online sleuthing revealed gold. HOA dues hiked stealthily over years. Financials fuzzy. Landscaping contract? Overpriced. Awarded to Green Thumb Pros. Owned by Patty's nephew, Todd. Printed it all. Went door-knocking. Most folks clammed up, but the elderly Thompsons invited me in for lemonade. She fined us $150 for inconsistent hedge height. Our hedges are original. Made my wife sob. Talk to a lawyer? They nodded eagerly. Anything to dethrone that witch. By week's end, affidavits piled up. Called my old pal Lena, HOA busting attorney. She flew in, eyes gleaming over the docks. Fraud, nepotism, fake authority, criminal goldmine. We sue for injunction. Expose the embezzlement. That night, a shadowy Van idled outside. Morning, dead bird on my porch, nailed there. Straight to the DA with footage. Investigation opened. They called back. Patty's empire, cracking at the seams. The HOA didn't slink away. They doubled down with absurdity. A slick guy in a cheap suit slapped a cease and desist on my door. Glossy paper, accusing me of sowing discord and eroding communal spirit. Lena laughed it off. Bluff City. They're panicking. Footage showed more drive-bys. A red sedan circling at odd hours. A jogger accidentally snapped pics of my mailbox. They're baiting you, Lena warned. Don't bite. We countered smart. Dug into filings. Missing expenses? $15,000 to Summit Services. Shell Corp owned by Vice Pres Vivian Locke. Confronted her at her McMansion. She answered in pearls and a blazer, cool as ice. You funneled dues to your pocket, Lena accused. I beg your pardon? Misunderstanding. But her eyes darted. No comment without counsel. Slam. More neighbors trickled in. IT guy Marco fined for Wi-Fi interference. Code for complaining online. Nurse Rita dinged for loud garage door. Added to the pile. Installed attic cam for paranoia points. Breakthrough. Ex-treasurer, anonymous, emailed spreadsheets. Laundering fines through bogus vendors. All tied to Patty's clan. DA pounced. Subpoenas flew. Patty vanished for days. Her cart gathering dust. Spotted her arguing with a suit, her lawyer. Finger jabbing. Website down. Knock, Ramirez with Detective Hale. Charges incoming, fraud. Evasion. Racketeering. Testify? Hell yes. That evening, feds handed Patty papers. Her facade? Shattering. The neighborhood exhaled. Folks emerged, sharing horror stories over fences. My dining room became command central, binders, laptops, printers whirring. Slid over fresh affidavits, cash donations for phantom permits. Laundering 101, Lena quipped. Soft knock. Old-timer Gus, ex-committee member, with ancient files. Petition against Patty's power grab ignored. Proves they knew, Lena said. Gus, we wanted tidy yards, not a tyrant with our wallets. Grand jury indicted. Not just money, hidden mics in the clubhouse, even the playground. Compliance monitoring, they claimed. Reality, spying on gripes. Dawn raid, cruisers at Patty's. She emerged in curlers, screeching, I protected this place, cuffed, door slammed. Crowd murmured. Thompsons hugged. Rita filmed. Interim board met. Full audit vowed. Restitution with interest, new chair Lila declared. Dissolved security goons. Weeks later, open forum. No mandates, just voices. I spoke, came to fix a house. Fixed a tyranny instead. Claps echoed. Night fell peaceful. Lena on porch. You Aaron Brockovich and HOA. I grinned. Just wanted quiet. Got revolution. Sprinklers hissed. No shadows lurking. Willow Creek breathed free. But tell me, in a world where community masks control freaks, is the real villain the rulebook, or the one wielding it like a crown? Who's truly disrupting the peace?